a loser's anthem, written at lyrical ransom, buying a handsome bastard. Characteristics facetious, leaving room speechless. Out of pick was most horrendous, and for the screamers, sometimes my brothers nothing so alike. It's like we use telekinesis, we're nowhere near Venice, and you're not a dwarf in a raincoat. I stoop too low to stay afloat in the high horse, but I stay high of course. Rally an angry mob, all my heroes died, and I only respect villains. That's how I inherited this antagonism tuition on a humorous excursion, but it isn't just for laughs. I too apologize and reconcile with my inner child. My journey this far has been excruciating. I hope y'all get your rocks off on the pictures that I'm painting. Don't be my complaints of loneliness are deteriorating, although I can't prevent this associating. Comedian barbarians anonymous like players you gotta unlock in the game, but fuck them and chasing fame. Happy I haven't lost myself completely in this carnival of souls. We don't share genetic code, but fans expanding, the fans expand. It's a blessing I decided becomes my siblings, they complete me. It's getting difficult to fit everyone in the mystery van. Destinies can't reform the outcome, never will I be outdone by standards astounded. Bar sharp enough to split a mountain surrounding the Great Wall of China, well neck deep in vagina, shouting at the devil. Mr. Rather be careless than careful, none of us should settle. My future setting in, where were you when you realize it's about to begin? Magnitude staggering, these focus stagnant. I bring the stigma, spitting volcanic magma, simultaneously reading manga. Since my danger, the strangest amongst strangers, excelling in abnormal misbehavior, embarking on shutting down institutions like temples and ruins. I'm quiet and reclusive, I speak in tongues fluent. Can you relate to a mutant that thoughts intertwine, accelerating silent movement for my cruelest amusement? I can diagnose his dilemma. So here's my demo. A demonstration of artistic starvation, unhealthy combinations, narcoleptics in for a rude awakening. Make music with the labeling, the behemoth brainstorming bars, convulsing in people's hearts. Don't be alarmed, your local dumbass with the smarts might sell you an ounce, but won't sell out for the charts. Some say that's the tragedy of his charm. My words hardly able to communicate, while the continuity continues subconsciously in a subjugated space. I've sunk low in that submarine tanks can't contain its pressure. I was 11 getting so inebriated. If you're on probation, you do not have to rely on that to supply clean pins to pass your drug test. I cheated on that exam more occasions than out of 10. That kid comedian, truly the kid. By that I'd be young G.O.A.T. leaving mysterious regards to the hungriest wordsmith. Time out time travel to the rapper you consider greatest of all time. In their reign, in their prime, take the weight of the acronym, get back the title. I think it isn't worth clinging to unless attained through grit and grime. I can see clearly now the masses blinds kept peeking through their blinds to take the edge off. Things can't sniff angel dust without crushing the angel's wings. Or henchmen watching television static, dwelling on accident. I'm a natural addict, rush my life and now it's picking up the pace. Got myself where I am, still I feel out of place. I wish the voices in my head got writer's block instead of loitering. I'm sorry if it seemed like I was aiming to steal your light. I only wanted to feel a flick of the sunshine you radiate by your side, cause you're the loud vibrating colors in this silent black and white world. Keep that between us. Soaring with the clouds, I'm exhaling, trying to avoid the void cascading, manifesting my mantra to reach moksha. Was through the gates of Shangri-La, bitches like butcher babies, real brat dolls, drunk off the fountain of youth. They've no use for alcohol. Some get a bald, some will applaud. I taught new tricks to an old dog, then it dawned on me how to exceed my potential. But alas, fulfillment never lasts. That'll be the end of me. Strategically lay out the blueprint. Where it'll backfire with nothing to shine but the end of your story. I'm going off script, my fate's engraved in my soul's curiosity to experience your deadline set in stone. Live this journey to its fullest, more your anguish. Get inspired by the cruelty you've witnessed. Pain fascinated and fueled me until I felt its infliction overruling my relatives. And no, we aren't connected through DNA. I never believed in the same blood's thicker than water. Hence the reason I'll make a fool of myself for you. That's just between us. Despite of the suicidal child, I couldn't offer one of the many thoughts. New past coping mechanisms melting through my brain cells. The universe gives me signs, but it hurts and fails when tried. Maybe that's when my happiness is to fade and I walk with a sway. That's when someone that has some faith will probably say, nah, don't never compare that first trip loving a certain person. Why your tears are too grown for this? I'm getting faded for the soldiers who ain't never coming home to this. You never truly alone if you get in touch with your consciousness. I've had conversations with my soul since before baking bowls and soda cans. Loves of satisfaction, more consuming than sex. I loves a drug worth the side effects. I look my best between your legs with yellow caution tape around the lips. Perfection of my execution, I desire the unknown. I've got the hots for you till my blood runs cold. Forever split in half, bleeding profusely, vulnerably exposed. And I swore I was numb, love's foolish but few. I play dumb, play with fire. You could scorch the sun, you could have anything, you could have anyone to visit me. Say that shit so I'm not holding you back from being happier than I assume we were jumping off the bridge together. They can be perfect strangers, but he never misplaced her in the crowd. Loves an alien that appears to come in peace, then evades everything I knew in weeks. I wish I wasn't me so I could be the best for you and make you laugh again. I doubt you think you trust me, you still do, just now you intended it to happen. As if there's a 50-50 chance to repat the scats in the morning. As if the first one to wake up doesn't leave while the other sleeps. Will we even sleep? Will we cut in the silence, knowing the fruit of our bomb ride to making love that looks like a murder scene in the suites while the hotel made joints and you kill her cause you're selfish. Just kidding, you leave me for it, now I'm jealous. I'm joking, fake scenario nonsense. Told her she's beautiful on the inside. She blushed and I continue to dream of dissecting her insides. Up and two in the chamber for me and you. Bonafide double suicide, count back from 3, you know what to do. I dug graves for 2, bonafide double suicide, count back from 3, you know what to do. I loaded 2 in the chamber for me and you, bonafide double suicide. I dug graves for 2, bonafide double suicide. Who is this irresistible creature that leaves me deadly stiff, sucking, swallowing my rigor mortis in a mausoleum with feet are touched off knee while I wipe her nosebleeds, trading Eskimo kisses to assure there's no trace of residue left and not have our experience would be a fate worse than death. That's a lover's debt, looks like your insatiable love for the dead. I'm comforting my lifelessness, relationships thrive on borrowed time. Look alive, we're originals, unrelated to reprinted copies. I can't substitute you, I surrender to the truth. You have starring roles and other unwritten stories. You're laughing at someone else's joke, choking on someone else's blood, choking on someone else's fucking. You know what I'm saying? Swear it wasn't the fucking that I miss. Ain't that about a bitch though? The homie used to say that it's always about a bitch. Take your pick and the choice was obvious from the moment you arrived. I knew you're the reason artists learn to paint what words couldn't describe. That's the price it's cost of having you to myself. But even in my arms I know you're somewhere else. Reclaim the free spirit you repressed. When that piece of shit made you second guess. The world's yours, do what you wanted when you want to, even if you don't know what you wanted. Wander, explore, remember who you are, then forget it. I'm continuously experiencing unpreventable conclusions in a solo reminiscence that in all senses but visible, sacrificing my sanity to fully understand. I'd rather write the script or be an extra. Best supporting actor, the main character. Nah, I'd rather direct and observe. Most can lead the audience mindset. The credits sending out a sequel to ruin the franchise and it off as a prequel. Lately working with a bigger budget, wishing it's pointless. They ain't gonna be a genie grainer thing for me. So everything came together. Feels surreal watching like pass by in post-production. I want it uncensored and cut, explicit as fuck. When the world ends and the sun burns us to a crisp, the ritual fly to other planets, looking down to Earth, closing the book of humanity. Traitors of humanity to mutiny, drag you to hell through the speakers and no. I'm not a good man either. I cause him how I see him. This shit more vivid than films while the camera pans away, leaving your imagination to run wild, pondering what happens next. Anything to keep your ass in the seat, staring at a screen and grossed in motion pictures. Make sure to put on your 3D glasses, turn off your phones and give me a standing ovation. I'm the reason there's anticipation. Intermission. I'll see you once the credits are over. I'm at my breaking point, there's no way to fix it. Dealing damage with collateral interest on top of the Eiffel Tower. Banging horse, hallucinating the world with capitalism's wife from existence. So rappers unfocused on fortunes. Nowadays entertainment's what you're competing for. You don't really need a skill set of lyricism. Careful what you say, cause if it isn't some brain, my twitch, I'll chisel it on your tombstone. Bitch ass back to fuck back, I'm belligerent, ignorant. Blindfold your hitters, they ain't gon' know what hit 'em. You know, sabotaging the culture in one place to massacre every influence. Is social influence in your idols, pawns and rooks. Trying to co-sign new rappers after signing deals the young boys didn't know about. Damn, how to work it out. Rappers that already blew, set up a party just for you to dance with the devil. Leave behind those that rose the heights when this shit was just for fun. Laugh now, cry later, cause I smoked the onion. This ain't a circus, I got followed the path I walk, mocking the marketing schemes. I notice they think I ain't noticed. I take what I want, paradise isn't enough. Having whatever, whenever I want would get boring. You got $billion ideas, but my motives are more reassuring. I'm on the verge of redirecting my resolution, so gotta determine it's ruthless. Wasn't born for nothing, hell nah, I'm not useless. Finna fuck with the racket like I pulled a heist. Roll across blunt, using Bible paper while I talk to Christ among wildlife. He told me to shut my eyes and asked if I see the light. Cash loads of us more than the Lord, so who's really at the mercy of who I'd rather inspire instead of influence? Once I conscious matter with money's worth more than life. Gotta tend to open wounds, emerge from this cocoon. I cremate the essence of your being, you've been exhumed.